Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carl. I'm a recovery coach here at Capital Recovery Center. This is our coffee and conversation meeting for the day. And the article I have here is Coping Skills for Stress and Uncomfortable Emotions. And this article is by verywellmind.com. So if you like this article, you can go to verywellmind.com. So let's hop into it. Whether you've been dumped by your date or you have a rough day at the office, having healthy coping skills can be key to getting through tough times. Coping skills help you tolerate, minimize, and deal with stressful situations in life. Coping skills are the tactics that people use to deal with stressful situations. Managing your stress will can help you feel better physically and psychological and impact your ability to perform your best. But not all coping skills are created equal. Sometimes it's tempting to engage in strategies that will give quick relief but might create bigger problems for you down the road. It's important to establish healthy coping skills that will help you reduce your emotional distress or rid yourself of the stressful situations you face. Examples of healthy coping skills include establishing and maintaining boundaries. That's an important one. Practicing relaxation strategies such as deep breathing, meditation, and mindfulness. Getting regular physical activity. Making to-do lists and setting goals. This article explores coping skills that can help you manage stress and challenges. Learn more about how different strategies include problem-focused and emotion-focused skills can be most helpful. So one of my coping skills that I had in active addiction was, the biggest one, drugs and alcohol. And so how to switch that in recovery. The coping skills I use today is like calling another recovering addict, right? Going to meetings, doing the things I need to do for my recovery. One of my main things is helping others. That's a good coping skills because it gets me out of myself. It gets me out of my head. It takes the focus off. Well, I don't try to avoid my emotions and feelings, right? I have better coping skills. That's another big thing that I've been learning about myself was avoidance was big in my active addiction. And sometimes it can be in recovery also.
Right.
If I avoid things, that can make it worse. I learned to like I can avoid situations at that moment, but I can come back to them and have a great state of mind so I can react in a healthy way, and so coping skills is very important. Like I said, you can have a sponsor, a mentor, counselor, a therapist, going to meetings, and like fishing. What do you do for fun? And that's a good coping skill.
Right.
You like fishing?
Yeah, I be going, yeah. You catch none, though,
You
bro.
catching none?
Nah, a little fish.
Little fish?
Yeah, in the middle deal right there, bro.
Yeah.
Front.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. So there's things that we can do. So when these stress and uncomfortable emotions arise, because we're human, we have these emotions and feelings. What do we do instead of using drugs and alcohol? That was always a coping skill of mine in active addiction was drugs, alcohol, drugs. So I had to rearrange some things to have a better life. So we'll go to problem based versus emotion based. The five main types of coping skills are problem focused coping, emotion focused coping, religious coping, meeting making, and social support. Two of the main types of coping skills are the problem based coping and emotion based coping. Understanding how they differ can help you determine the best coping strategy for you. And it says problem based coping is helpful for when you need to change your situation, perhaps by removing a stressful thing from your life. For example, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, your anxiety and sadness might be best resolved by ending the relationship as opposed to soothing your emotions. I like that. So we try to find the solution, right? To not like it says, where's unhealthy relationships, right? So our relationships can come with anxiety, sadness, and stuff like that. So we can resolve it by ending that relationship, right? If it's toxic, if it's chaos, if it's unhealthy, we have to stand up and end it, or we can, stand up and work on it, but that comes with anxiety and sadness too.
Mm.
So it says best by ending the relationship, but we can work on things and keep it pushing, keep it going forward. But if it is not going nowhere, we can't stay stuck in that, So because we're going to keep on having these sadness, anxiety, and frustration, and depression, all that stuff that comes with it, and that can lead us to relapse or cause more harm. So it's and in active addiction, we tend to stay in that unhealthy relationships.
Yeah, it can be incarceration.
Incarceration, that's another thing. Yeah, yep. It's nothing. When it's toxic or unhealthy, we're prone to stay in that kind of stuff. And we can't even in recovery, man. We have to cut that stuff out of our lives, right? Because we're like, my aim is going forward in life in my recovery. I'm not trying to go backwards. And so we always cut people, places, and things out that they must go if they're not beneficial for my life and my recovery. And the next one is said, well, this one says emotion-based coping. It's helpful when you need to take care of your feelings, when you either don't want to change your situation or when circumstances are out of your control. For example, if you're grieving the loss of a loved one, it'd be important to take care of your feelings in a healthy way since you can't change the circumstances. I like that. There's a lot of things that we can't change in life. But as coping skills, we can, when these things arise, talks about grieving, we can deal with them in a healthy way, right? Even like just crying, right? Getting that stuff out is a healthy way to deal with that, because we try to hold things in.
Right.
We suppress our emotions, we suppress our feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and we go over them with a minimum concern. And we don't express them. We in that condition express them by pushing them down and using over them, and that just bottles up. Because listen, that stuff doesn't just go away. Like I don't care how much drugs and alcohol you use, that stuff always arrives. It's part of us. We can't forget some of those things.
Still be there when you're done.
Yeah.
Still be there.
Yep. And they can hit you a lot worse.
Yeah.
Because we're under the influence. We're already for so long. So when we get some clarity, then emotions and feelings and that stuff is still there. So I have better ways to deal with them. Like I said, I have support group. I have meetings that I go to. In 12-step fellowship, I have a sponsor that I can call. I can talk to him about anything, no matter what's going on or what I've done or I've been through, the crazy stuff that I think. I can call him and he can relate and understand. That's a big thing. Like I just talked about in therapy recently, is like having somebody that can relate to you and listen. That makes me feel like I can open up for anything. Like when I kind of recovered, I thought like I was the only one that felt this way or thought this way.
Take it off the chest.
Yeah, it's like other things. Everybody else is like agreeing with me and relating, and that made me feel more comfortable opening up.
Right.
Because we isolate. We're so trapped up in self-made prisons that we don't see a way out. And I never gave it a shot. I never gave recovery a shot. I just kept on using and using. Might go to jail, might go to treatment, clean up for a little bit, but then went straight back to using. I never gave myself a break and gave myself a chance to change.
Yeah, same with me.
Yeah, like we want good in life, but we don't know how to do it.
Right.
First we had to put the drugs and alcohol down. you know?
Thinking, dealing with that too, like, thinking that was the best way to do it by getting high, drinking and stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the best way.
That just made things worse in the long run,
Yeah,
you know? We're looking for a temporary fix, you know what I mean, for our solutions,
yeah,
for our problems. I mean, we're trying to do just use and forget about it, or, whatever the case may be. In the long run, it's just hurting us and hurting everybody around us.
right.
And talks about an addiction, like the insanity of it, let me cause more harm and more pain
Right,
to satisfy me, which is the insanity of it. We're selfish and self-centered in active addiction, man.
And you got some people that do it to remember what you done did.
Yeah.
After you get sober.
I have plenty of moments like that.
And then you know you done put something else over your head.
Mhm.
On top of that,
Yeah. I've done many, many things that I don't really, I remember some of it I don't, I
right, right.
truly don't know the impact. Like, I knew I was hurting people and hurting myself, but to actually know how bad I was damaging everything, the extent of it, I didn't have an understanding of that,
Right.
Says there is always one best way to proceed. Instead, it's up to you to decide which type of coping skills is likely to work best for you. In your particular circumstances, the following are examples of stressful situations and how each approach could be used. So it's like basically the one size don't fit all. Like, there's coping skills that you're going to use that is not going to work for me, and there's coping skills that's going to work for me is not going to work for you.
Right.
So we, through the process of recovery, find out, and through our pathways, what works for us. Like I said, I like fishing, but you pick up on it. You like fishing.
Right.
There's some things I like and some things that you like, and that's how we get better. We bounce things off of each other, and we pick up things that are our own, and we pick up things of others.
Right.
So that's how it becomes. We start to have a purpose, and we start to become our own person. Our own human being. Let's go to healthy emotion-focused coping skills. Whether you're feeling lonely, nervous, sad, or angry, emotion-focused coping skills can help you deal with your feelings in a healthy way. Healthy coping strategies may soothe you temporarily, distract you, or help you tolerate your distress. Sometimes it's helpful to face your emotions head on. Yes, indeed. For example, feeling sad after the death of a loved one can help you honor your loss. So while it would be important to use coping skills to help relieve some of your distress, coping strategies shouldn't be about consistently distracting you from reality. Other times, coping skills may help you change your mood. If you had a bad day at work, playing with your kids or watching a funny movie might cheer you up. Or if you're angry about something, someone said a healthy coping strategy might be help you calm you down before you say something you might regret. I like that. So it talks a little bit about like avoiding, talk about distracting, right? Escaping reality. That's some of that stuff is good for the moment, but we can't stay that way. It talks about focusing our problems head on. And that's the best way to do it, not avoiding or minimizing or just scratching the surface of things, right? To actually face things head on, which I didn't do in active addiction. I wasn't facing my problems. I would rationalize, justify, avoid. Maybe I say I'm sorry, but not really truly meaning it. So I had no type of coping skills, when I was out there using. Mine was basically survival mode, So like my coping skills were limited, and it talks about a lot of good things here. And like I said, distracting you from reality. And a few of my friends, in my support group, was one of the big things for them, escaping reality. Living in fantasy. Always projecting and fantasizing about things that is just not in our reach. Not living in the present moment. And trying to get better. We're focused on what we don't have or what we can get. Not just being content who we are. So it says other examples of healthy ways to cope with emotions include care for yourself, put on lotion that smells good, spend time in nature, take a bath, drink tea, or take care of your body in a way that makes you feel good, such as painting your nails, doing your hair, put on a face mask. So like self care is a good thing for like a coping skill. Taking care of ourselves. Something I didn't do is like bathe regularly, right? Put cologne on with lotion or whatever. Take care of yourself. Something I just didn't do. I didn't care about.
Right.
I wasn't worried about taking care of myself. I was worried about using drugs and alcohol. That was my focus in life. And so that stuff makes you feel good. It really does. And it says engage in a hobby. Do something you enjoy, such as coloring, drawing, or listening to music. Mine, like I said, we talked about is like fishing. I love music. So have a lot of hobbies is definitely a great coping skill. Healthy hobbies. Do you have any type of hobbies that you do or could do
Uh,
or you enjoy?
yeah, not now. No, I don't. Cause, I'm back older now. Baseball,
Baseball, yeah.
baseball.
I love that as a kid, man. I was a good baseball player. That's always good to. It keeps you it keeps you.
Work out a little bit.
Yeah, that physically is a big thing. Working out, is a good coping skill. Um, but where it keeps your mind going because we can get so wrapped up in the day to day things, wrapped up in the past, the future, and we're not focused on the present moment.
That come on your mind quick. That thought can come quick.
Oh yeah, you hop in there real fast. But we have these coping skills and things that we can do. So when them negative emotions and feelings and thoughts come, we have things to rely on. You know what I mean? It says exercise, do yoga, go for a walk, take a hike, or engage in a recreational sport. I like like nature. I like going in the woods, nature walks. Yep, I'm real big with that. I like being outdoors and because I didn't focus on that stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't enjoy it. I seen it and I didn't like. I wasn't present. So wrapped up in my own self-made prison that everything, the whole world was going around me, and I was just staying stuck. And I was just very selfish, self-centered, and
Same with me, man.
locked and
I
loaded.
was missing out a whole lot getting high.
Yeah, yep. Everything else is gonna revolve around passing by, day after day, year after year.
Get high and
Yeah,
drinking, getting high.
yep.
Anything in life gonna change.
It was a way of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It says focus on a task, clean the house or a closet, drawer, or area, cook a meal, garden, or read a book. So these would seem like simple tasks. Crazy as it sounds, I like cleaning my house. I'm a clean freak. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be honest with you, right? I just like things a certain way. I think we all should be that way. Clean up and have things nice. How can I say? I enjoy the things I have today, right? Because I didn't have these things. I take care of them. So it's just some of the things, simple as that. Like, so at one time I had real bad anxiety, right? I had real bad panic attacks. I couldn't tell you where it was coming from. They would just hit me.
Right.
So it was so bad I would break down crying sometimes, right? Because I didn't know why they were happening. But to keep my mind off of it as a coping skill, I would keep my mind busy. So I would clean. I would like, have synthesis, focus on the task. I would do certain things to ease that anxiety. So I'm not too focused. So when I focused on my anxiety and focused on my heart rate and stuff like that, it made it worse, way worse. So I would have these tasks that I would do to keep me calm,
Yeah.
to not focus on that. And after a while, it would work. Like my anxiety, my panic attack would lessen,
Right.
bring me back to baseline.
Mhm.
So simple things like that we don't think about. Because our mind is powerful, man. Our mind
Yeah.
is a powerful thing, and we're left with self. We can't get out of that. We have a better way to deal with what's going on with us today in recovery. It's important. It's important to have some type of pathway in recovery because whatever that looks like for you, there's many coping skills that we can choose to do. We have to pick something. We have to have something. We can't just go through life without having none of these things.
And the thing is, like, let's say, like, clean the house, read a book. It's like when I was locked up, now certain people started trying to keep things clean,
Mm-hmm.
read a book, cook, meal,
Yeah,
because you ain't got some substance in your body.
yeah, right.
Now you're trying to see you do something right, like stay busy and all that. That's how it was in jail, whatever, incarceration. Read a book.
Keep your mind off of
Yeah.
things, man. Yeah, it's the same kind of aspect of being out in the world. Having get a routine, and be a productive member of society, work. Whatever your recovery pathway looks like, participate in recovery on a daily basis. Have these things so you get a routine,
Right.
and so you don't have a lot of time on your hands. That's another thing I did in early recovery is like I filled my time up, because I was left with self. You know what I mean? And like it was me and the substance, and then me clean, and then now what? So I ended up finding a job, started going to meetings, and started meet other recovering addicts, and started participating in activities, things that normal, let's say normal people do in life. Barbecues, having fun in recovery. You know what I mean? So I had to fill my time up with some healthy stuff.
Mhm.
It says practice mindfulness. List the things you feel grateful for. Meditate. Picture your happy place, or look at a picture to remind you of people, places, and things that bring you joy. So it says practice mindfulness and things that you're grateful for. Things. I'm grateful for a lot today. I was not so grateful when I was in active addiction. I was very ungrateful. So I can be grateful for the little things I have today. First and foremost, I'm clean and sobriety, and I'm like I don't have drugs and alcohol in my system today. So that's the main thing I'm very grateful for. A lot of things I have a sense of freedom today. I don't have to look over my shoulder, right? I don't wonder if the cops are going to come get me.
Right.
I'm going to get locked up, or if I got people coming after me who I owe money to.
Right.
It's always something going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never content.
Yeah, you gotta look at that needs, man.
Yeah, it's how peaceful and mindful, and it's very soothing that I know that I'm doing good in life, and I'm not a sore thumb to everybody.
Right.
And that's what I was a problem child. You know what I mean? Everything in my pathway I was destroying.
Right.
And I stay out of the way today.
Yeah.
That's the best way to. When I need it and somebody needs me for help, I am there. You know what I mean? But I am not participating in any shenanigans today. You know what I mean?
That's how I be out there, man. I be hating when people see me, they make call me. It gets to my head where, and what do you want, man?
Yeah.
Talk about it. You want to try to do something crazy.
Yeah. Same old stuff.
Yeah.
That's where
I went back
you,
into them guys, man.
you gotta say hi, goodbye. I gotta, I don't have to tell them like
Right.
I'm doing good or I don't want to hang. You know what I mean? I don't have to get in detail. It's like, oh, how you doing? And like, just there's ways to go about things today. Yeah, I got something going on. I gotta go. You know what I mean? So
I got them kind that I'll say that to them or I just be like, I ain't beat, man. I
yeah,
walk away, they might, oh man, you think you ready by now.
that's why I say you don't have to explain yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you just say, I got something going. I got somewhere to be. You know what I mean? Keep it short. You know, and
They don't want to understand.
hey, and some people are not going to.
Right.
You know, that's okay. They don't have to understand. You know, but I know where I gotta get to. You know what I mean? I can't stay
Yeah.
stuck in that.
Yeah.
Because it can, if I stay stuck in all that stuff, man, it can lead me back out. You know, I can be right there with them.
Just me out. So.
Yeah, yep. It says use relaxation strategies, play with a pet, practice breathing exercises, squeeze a stress ball, use a relaxation app, enjoy your aromatherapy, try progressive muscle relaxation, or write in a journal. So some of the things that can relax you as a coping skill, because like I said, stress and depression, anxiety, all that stuff arises in this, and it can do it at any given moment. So some of the things I do is I got 2 cats, so I'll play with them. I like my cats more than people sometimes.
Yeah.
It says aromatherapy. That was another thing that helped me. My sponsor does like essential oils, like he does mixtures and stuff like that. So we came up with that stuff can help you calm you down.
Right.
Because my solution was like I said earlier, like coping skill or everything arise, it was drugs and alcohol. Everything like it was going to fix me was some type of narcotic.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else wouldn't work for me. You know what I mean?
It's we got candles like that too.
Candles, yeah. They got a lot of things that oils, candles. They have all type of stuff when they're doing like yoga and all that stuff, acupuncture.
Yeah.
But there's certain smells that can really calm you down. So like I have to be open to that kind of stuff because the stuff can work, but if I'm not open to it, it's not going to work. I have to give it a shot, give it a chance to actually. Because like I said, my mindset was only thing was going to fix me was some type of narcotic or alcohol. That was my problem, my solution for everything. And so I had to break that illusion. And there's like other medications and other aromatherapies and all that stuff that works. I just have to be open and willing to try new things.
You said acupuncture too?
Yeah, there's acupuncture. Yep. Yoga. It says aromatherapy. There's breathing exercises. So these are all good coping strategies. We have, like I said, we have to find something that works for us.
Yeah.
For sure. 'Cause what works for me is not going to work for you sometimes. You know what I mean? So, that was a great meeting, man. I appreciate you coming and participating, man. And my name is Carl. I'm a recovery coach here at Capital Recovery Center. You guys are more than welcome to always come in. That was our coffee and conversation meeting for today. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Hey,